What is the most powerful lesson that I've learned from Jack Canfield, and what is the impact of that in my life? Here is the lesson. In his book, The Success Principles, he talks about one of the most powerful lessons that I have got from him and from all my mentors, but he delivered it more powerfully, more precisely. And the message is to take 100% responsibility for your life. How has it impacted me? All areas of my life, my health, my relationships, my career, my financial life. Even today, when something goes wrong, and if I'm feeling bad for some time, I always reflect back and think, how can I take responsibility for what happened? A lot of people confuse responsibility as I am blamed for what happened. We are not talking about blame here. We're saying, what did I do in the past? How am I responsible for creating what I have created? How am I responsible for attracting what I have attracted? And then the second question I ask myself, based on what I learned from Jack, is how can I now take responsibility to change what I have created? How can I now take responsibility to attract something I want in my life right now? The more I started taking responsibility, I became expert at taking responsibility in every area of my life. I strongly believe that people are never stuck in their life. It's just that we don't take responsibility for what happened, and that is why we get stuck. So, what is the opposite of responsibility? The opposite of responsibility is blaming and complaining. Let's say something goes wrong right now, and I'm blaming my boss for firing me from my job. I'm complaining for the situation the way it is right now. Every time people blame, every time people complain, we are in that state of complex blaming and complaining. And the moment we are locked into that, it's like a pattern that we are locked into, it's like a box we are locked into. The only way to come out of that is to open that lock again and come out of that and get into the state of responsibility. Responsibility gives you freedom. Responsibility gives you power. Responsibility makes you in charge of your life. It makes you the CEO of your company. It makes you the driver of your life. It makes you the director of your movie called your life. And once again, when you're the director, now you can make yourself as a character, as a hero, as a heroine, do whatever you want to do. You can make this a super hit movie. You can make it a comedy movie. You can make it the best action movie in the world. You can make it the most inspirational movie in the world. But that all depends on, are you the director or are you simply a victim who is living life based on blame and complaint? So that's the lesson that I learned from Jack, and that has totally transformed my life. Are you going to take this lesson from Jack also? Will you also start taking responsibility from now? Not from today, from now. Ask yourself this one question. Where are you stuck in your life right now? Question number 2. What are you blaming? Whom are you blaming? And what are you complaining about? Write down the answer to this question. Question number 3. How can you take responsibility for this? Forget blaming. How can you take responsibility for what happened? Question number 4. How can you take responsibility from now to change what you want to attract in your life in future and create the life you truly desire and you deserve? Want to learn more about responsibility and the power of transforming your life? I have personally invited Jack. Yes, Jack Canfield himself. This has been my dream for many, many years. It's been on my vision board. It's been part of our affirmations for me and Indu. And finally, this dream is coming true. Jack Canfield is coming to our community to teach people the power of responsibility, the power of success principles, and the power to attract your goals at 10 times faster speed than you can ever imagine. Interested in learning from the master himself, to feel his frequency, to be close and to be very, very close to his environment where he's going to be live. Watching him on video is another thing, but when you're live with him, there's a frequency transfer that happens, which is amazing. I'll give you an example. If you are listening to the person you really love on an audio recording, of course, you love listening to them. But when you're talking to them on phone live, there's a difference, right? When you're talking to me right now and you're probably listening to me on a recording, I'm sure you probably like this message and maybe you even connect with me. But if you're on a live Zoom call with me, it would be a major difference, right? Just like that, imagine the difference that Jack can make in our life when he is live with us. So don't lose out on this opportunity. We have made a huge investment, lakhs and lakhs we have paid Jack to make sure that we bring him for our entire community. I know you're part of my community because you're obviously listening to this video till the very end. So make sure you're there. Link is below this video. Register now. There are limited seats that we have in Zoom because you know Zoom allows only 1,000 people maximum in a Zoom meeting. We're not doing a webinar format. We're doing a meeting format where you will be on video, I will be on video, and Jack will be on video. So be there on 5th of March. Link is below this video. See you there. Bye-bye.